feet with
unspeakable corruption, theft, hallmark of Akufo-Addo's government. I won't do the whole thing, just a brief. I'll do the quote. Let me do the quote from that. Now, he says here, unspeakable corruption, nepotism, brazen theft, waste of national resources, impunity, and general criminality have become the hallmarks of Ghana's current government. With the national spirit sinking to an all-time low, hopelessness engulfing our country, a change in governance and direction is imperative. That is why I've decided to run for office as president. And this story is on ChannelOneNews.com. It's a quote from John Dramani Mahama's X handle. All right. Yes,
Koku, I want to make a national appeal that Ghanaians, whatever Ghanaians will do to make sure that the NDC wins the next elections, they must do it.
Why?
And I'm not even campaigning for the NDC. It is a must that the NDC wins the next elections.
Why?
Because if the NDC doesn't win the next elections, this wanton dissipation, this arrogance of power, this anarchy that we've been served with is going to be perpetuated and entrenched in our system. And Ghana, the once beacon of hope of the continent, is going to be like some of the numerous examples of the continent that I can list. And we do not want that. Just for the balance of order.
So you agree with Mahama?
It is important that this government loses the next elections. And so I want to entreat Ghanaians, don't leave this fight for the NDC alone. There is a fight for the national spirit, a fight for the soul of this country. So please do not leave this fight for the NDC alone, Ghanaians. No matter who you are, whether you are neutral, whether you are apolitical, whether you are from wherever. Some of us are in the civil society space, but we are going to stand on the platform and put everything on the line to make sure that this government loses the next elections. And so we entreat all Ghanaians to do same. And in urging Ghanaians to support the NDC to win the next elections, I also want to caution the NDC. When you speak to the people stealing our resources, all they tell you is that, oh, NDC, what did they say in 2008? In 2008, they made promises that we should expand in Sawam and put air conditions in Sawam, and that when we come, we will jail all the appointees who were stealing state resources left, right, center, who were selling our national asset left, right, center. When they came back, when they came to power in 2009, what did they do? Nothing happened. Nobody went to jail. Nothing. And so NDC, leave them. They don't have balls. So I want to caution the NDC. As we are urging Ghanaians to support you to win the next elections, the reason why we are urging Ghanaians, and all Ghanaians, I believe, all Ghanaians are going to support you to win the next election, is to make sure that greed in the minds of people, making people think that, oh, as for NDC, they will come and nothing will happen. You will come and disappoint them.
2 minutes.
That you will come to power and retrieve all our stolen assets. That you will come to power and retrieve all the stolen money. All the monies that are being put on aircraft and being shipped out of the country every week, week in, week out. You come and retrieve all those monies. Because if you do not, if you serve us another 2008 again, then you would have destroyed this country the soul of this country much more than the perpetrators of this destruction. And so we are going to urge everybody, all the citizens, to come out strongly and support you. But please, please, do not disappoint all of us, because the soul of the ordinary Ghanaian on the street is yearning for justice. Ghanaians are yearning for accountability. Ghanaians are yearning for justice. They are yearning for a retrieval, a large-scale retrieval of all our stolen wealth.
All right.
That is what the Ghanaian voter today is yearning for. The Ghanaian voter today doesn't want you to build a new school. The country is broke. This country is broke. We are under a very entrenched, hard-fisted IMF program. Nothing is going to happen. The promises that Bawumia is making, he can't achieve anything of them. What Ghanaians want is that this system that has been destroyed, by the destructive hands of President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia, will be reset. And we know it's not going to be easy.
30 seconds.
We know it's not going to happen in a day. But at least we know that you can begin that process of national resetting. And I'm happy that President Mahama has just a term. He has just 4 years. So he has nothing to lose. He's not going to be on the ballot again. He's not going to contest elections again. This is only his last term. And so he has nothing to lose. Nobody can use election to hijack him. Nobody can use the next elections to blackmail him. And so he's going to have the balls to do whatever he will do to reset this country back on the track.
All right.
And we know that is going to happen. And we are going to hold them to account.
All right.
We are going to hold them to the promises. Mahama has promised us.
Thank you.
That this is why he's contesting the elections. And we are going to hold him to that account.
Kabutey.
Yeah, I think President Mahama has been there before. And he may be seeing a grave shift from the normal. Some few cases of corruption and mishappening will happen under governments, right down from 1957. I mean, when you go to my dad was a very active member, as in listening and keeping records of politics, so he would always tease me with information. And in Nkrumah, some of the people, the Gbedimas, a few people who were accused of corruption and all those things. And he tells you this, that the most important thing is the leader. What you do about what has been said. Yeah. It's very important. So, yes, you saw President Mahama actually, when the Jida Sada saga happened, you saw, he followed up the cases, and people ended up in jail, right? So, that's important. How important it is to the president to fight corruption is one thing that saves them. So, moving forward, I think, having said that, what will Mahama be doing when he actually takes office, if he should be the one to be elected by Ghanaians? That's what I also like to be hearing from him and Dr. Bawumia about corruption cases that has happened. So once he has said now, let's focus on him. What will he be doing? Because you know what, Kweku, whether President Mahama likes it or not, between himself and Dr. Bawumia, whoever takes over, they will bear some brunt of the anger that has been built up for now. Some of the things we discussed.
How so?
And how so? How so is that, let me tell you what, when it is done that the cup was here, somebody fetched with a big bowl, and then there's a rage. When you have this small cup and you go there again, the people are angry because somebody fetched with a big bowl. You can come with a small cup, they don't care. Yeah. What they see is that you are coming to do the same thing. So that's how you even be having small case, but then people will not have, they might have had enough of it. Yeah. So moving forward, look, I think the steps, what we want to hear from Mahama is how he's going to be, one, investigating and prosecuting these cases that he claimed, that some of us also have seen, that my brother has mentioned. Now, retrieving the asset is important. I've told you every day that when these corruption cases are up on the table, it's not the jailing that is important to me. Right down from your chaliwate you were wearing on the day of arrest, to your singlet in the house, to your watches, everything should be confiscated, which will bring you down to zero. You see, the money you stole is the reason why somebody died without a dialysis machine. The money you ventilator. Thank you. The money you stole is the reason why a baby died because they didn't have incubators there.
Yeah.
So the money you stole is the reason why another child did not get access to education.
Yeah.
So that's how we have to manage it. Now, look, while going ahead, he should make sure when whoever takes over should implement laws to protect state assets. The review commission should put laws there so that even touching state assets, what you go through to offset one cap from the Flagstaff House. Look, this cap, if you when it is for Ghana, for you to just give this cap out on sale, what you go through should be actually tedious and tiring enough, so that you don't even think about a drill ship. No, now applying the harsh punitive measure, like I said, is important. And finally, you see, the end language you always hear is witch hunting. I've told you, my brother Kweku, please remind me, if I don't live to see tomorrow, remember me for this. I'm saying that I don't want the witches to be hunted. The devil and Satan himself, I want Satan himself to be hunted. So when they cry, like Mesa is saying, witch hunting, we will come out to tell them that we're even looking for Satan himself, not the witches. Now let's see. Tell President Mahama and everybody else who is vying for presidency that Ghanaians, we are watching. Ghanaians are not timid. We only have developed some very important thing, which is emotional intelligence. We are watching, accepting and allowing the laws to work. Okay. On that note, I wish President Mahama and both Dr. Bawumia well, but importantly, they should know that corruption will be one of the very important things that we'll be looking at between January to June. He should play and joke with it. But Nana told President Akufo-Addo that come ne libre and uncomfortable to abano.
Yeah.
In the only na me so beka kakra say come akorisem ne kuro no e na gira yakoma ho. Nti wa obeba bomo ne oba homo. Hetu ke tu petekele he wonu oketa bi ene ko oba ni bo ba ta kopo he me ni ka polu aju ambaya bono ba ta kopo he po habo. I'm saying those who came with the big barrels to steal will go free. But this time, the anger in the place, if you come stealing with a cap.
Yeah. Okay.